Chris Garter, Executive Editor, Ilford Recorder. We launched the Young Citizens Scheme back in 2008. It followed a discussion with Redbridge Rotary then President Eve Conway as to how we could improve the way we ran stories about young people. The plan was to get as many young people as possible their stories in the paper. We were going to do that by getting people to nominate them. So the Young Citizens Scheme was launched, and we uncovered some really brilliant stories. So we've relaunched the scheme this year, and we are really encouraging young people's organisations to nominate as many people as possible for the scheme. As I said before, we've unearthed some brilliant stories, and we're really looking forward to some even better ones this time round. Some of the brilliant stories that we've had in the past is of young people raising money for charity. Huge amounts have been raised, and they've also helped abroad in Redbridge and in the surrounding area. We've also had stories of young people overcoming adversity, illness, and difficult starts in life. There's a whole spectrum of different stories which we've run, which have been absolutely brilliant, and we're really looking forward to some good ones this time round.
Hi, I'm Bella and I'm 10 years old. I won an award for Young Citizen of the Year in Redbridge, and then soon after I was nominated for Young Citizen of the Year in Great Britain and Ireland, and this time there was 100 nominees. Last time there was only about 6, and I had to go to Belfast to receive my award. And during that time, the president of Rotary International came up to me and asked me whether I wanted to go to Brazil and do a speech there about my life. I did my speech to 17,000 people. I was very nervous at the start, but I got onto the stage and I realised it wasn't so bad. I mean, I got quite emotional at the beginning, but then I calmed down and then I just got on with the speech. When I won my Redbridge one and my Great Britain and Ireland one, it almost felt unreal because someone like me at the time who was in year 5, I didn't really expect it because all I was doing was me and my family were just fundraising for Haven House, but I didn't expect all of this to happen. I learned from Brazil a lot of things. Obviously I learned how to talk in front of loads of people because that was the first time I've ever done that, and I now know how it feels to get awards and to just feel proud about yourself. I started fundraising because when I was 5, my sister Molly passed away from a brain tumour, and first of all my mum started fundraising for Haven House Children's Hospice, which is near us, and because they helped us when Molly died. At first we had to raise £8,000 to pay for how long we were staying there, and then I think we got a bit carried away and we just kept on fundraising for them because they were so brilliant to us. So far we've managed to raise £100,000. Molly was a beautiful, talented, just overall a brilliant person. She was caring, and also she went to a drama school. She was quite shy, but she was brilliant at singing. The only reason I'm doing all this stuff is because that she passed away. I think she is very proud of me. Well, obviously we are going to carry on fundraising for as long as possible to keep Molly's memory alive, and we just don't really want to stop because we can't pay Haven House back because they helped us so much and they still need quite a lot of money to help all the other children that are there. I think it's very important for people to be nominated because people get to realise what people are doing in their community and how important it is, and then once they see that people are being nominated and winning the awards, they'll think, oh well, I think I want to do that because I might be able to get nominated. Once you've done it, you feel like you can do anything.
I'm Charlie Hogg. I was the 2008 Young Citizen winner. Won the award for starting a project that delivers ambulances to Mongolia. I got involved with the project from when I was just about leaving university and wanted to go on a great adventure with my friends, and we decided to fundraise for a project that delivered ambulances to Mongolia, and from there it kind of spiralled into setting up a charity that allowed us to encourage others to do it. When I won the award, I was quite shocked in reality. It culminated at a award ceremony in Edinburgh where Connie Huck on live television presented me the award, and to be fair, for the first 10 seconds I was in utter silence, and she got quite concerned because the fact that we were on live TV at the time. I was put forward by the Rotary Club of Redbridge, and they actually actively pushed me to take part. I was very apprehensive because these sort of things, you know, there might be political correctness in who would win it, and so I was actually quite shocked how far through the competition I was able to go. So anyone thinking about putting someone forward to the award, I would urge them to do so, because the reality of it is it's something that would recognise good achievement, and even if they're just nominated, that is enough recognition from most. Since winning the award, the projects have continued to grow. We've been able to implement side projects to the ambulance project. We now deliver useful vehicles to Mongolia. We also have a riding helmet project, and also have set up an English library book project in Mongolia. So it's all connected to healthcare and education. With the Young Citizens Award, it works well to recognise young people's achievements, because there's not actually anything out there that puts a focus on it. The reality is young citizens or young people really won't have the opportunity to tell people their story, and the only time they're really going to be telling people their story is when, you know, they do something wrong or bad. And so from that point of view, it works well to communicate you know, a positive image within the community. I think, unfortunately, the press will capitalise on any bad situation, and they will probably stereotype the young person to the deer, and that is sometimes quite upsetting to see, because the reality of it is it's a very small minority that actually get the majority of the press attention, and it's probably something that such awards can turn that around, so I'm actually happy to support it.
My name's Lucy, I am 26 years old, and I am the youth mentor at charity Step Up, which is based in Barking and Dagenham and is a support service for families who've experienced sexual abuse or rape. So we offer a whole host of services to the entire family, so that doesn't just mean the person themselves who's been abused. It could be non-abused siblings, parents, grandparents. As long as the family members in question aren't offenders, then we open our doors out to anybody. So the community work that I was doing that led to my nomination was volunteering for Step Up, and kind of trying to put things together that I knew that young children needed. I initially got involved in Step Up because I myself am an adult survivor, and my mum, along with another mum that she met along the way after I disclosed, set up this charity together. And I wanted to help other people that had been through something that I'd been through, because I understood the isolation, and I understood the feeling of nobody understands because they haven't been through it, and the people that I met along the way lessened that isolation more than my friends at school or my family or anybody else that I may have met along the way, because I knew that there was that kind of general understanding. You didn't even need to talk about it, they understood. When I was nominated for this award, I couldn't really quite believe it. There was a definite, is that my name moment? You know, like that can't be real. And when I won, everyone was cheering, because there was people, like my mum was there and some of the girls that I work with, and they were all like, yeah, Lucy, and cheering, and I was sort of looking around like, me? No, it can't be me. It was completely out of the blue and unbelievable. For me personally, winning men acknowledgement of the work that I had done. Even though I didn't need that acknowledgement, it's still nice to kind of have that. But it was more recognition of the fact that just because you've been sexually abused or suffered abuse in any capacity, you can still be a positive kind of role model for other people, and you're not just yet another statistic sort of the state, and you haven't failed, and no, I'm not an alcoholic, and no, I'm not a prostitute, or I'm not addicted to drugs, no, I haven't abused anybody else. So it was important to kind of smash those myths as well, because I still think that there are so many that surround sexual abuse, and this for me kind of, at least I personally was helping to smash those myths in terms of winning this award. So since winning the award, I have managed to secure funding so that I can actually work at Step Up full time, and it means that I can help the sort of 40-50 families per year that we support. I can be a service specifically for the children. I think it's really important to nominate young people. Well, firstly because I still think that young people can be quite badly represented in the media or wherever it is as being sort of quite troublesome, and that isn't always the case. So at the award ceremony that I was present at, there was sort of a young girl there. It really stuck with me. She was very, very young, around about 8 years old, and she had donated her hair to a cancer charity. And things like that, I think when you acknowledge that at that young age, 8 years old, they're the children that continue that work and continue to think about other people and have empathy and help as much as they can. And I think it's really important to acknowledge young people doing good work, because without acknowledging it, they're not going to continue it. And clearly in Redbridge there's a lot of children or young people that are doing good work, and they deserve that acknowledgement.